But then I'm going to talk about bank accounts that are relatively fast free and still give you a decent amount of interest. Now, bank accounts these days can give you 4 to even 5% per annum interest, but they require you to do things like credit your salary, make spend on their credit cards, lick your elbow with your tongue, and some people find these tasks impossible or at least very troublesome to meet. So I'm listing out some bank accounts that do not require all these conditions. Now, it is of course very turbulent times that we are in right now, so be assured that every bank that I list here is a bank regulated under Singapore laws, which are very strict, and also covered under SDIC insurance. So if anything happens and the bank goes belly up, your deposits are covered up to $75,000 on a per bank basis. So if you're a little bit more paranoid, you will want to put $75,000 max in Bank A, then another $75,000 max in Bank B, and so forth, depending on how rich you are. You can also consider putting $75,000 with me. The first on my list is GXS Bank, which is a joint venture by Grab and Singtel, and they give you 3.58% per annum interest. And all you have to do is to download the app, load your funds in, and then add it into a pocket within the app. Now, pockets are actually saving goals, and if you want to withdraw your money, you can actually take them out anytime, unlike what some people think. But the problem with GXS Bank is that it only has a very low limit of $5,000. And that is probably too low for most working adults. But if you're someone with $5,000 to spare and you are not sure where to put it, you can put it in this account. And I did a review of it, so you can check that out. But for most other people with more savings than this, you can look at the other suggestions I have on this list. Before we move on, do help me drop a quick like on this video, and thanks for helping my channel. The next on my list is SIF Gold Savers Account. And SIF stands for Sing Investments and Finance, and the name might be unfamiliar to you, but it is indeed a bank that is regulated under local law and is also covered under the SDIC insurance scheme. Gold Savers account gives you 2.5% per annum on the first $100,000 of your savings, and the next $150,000 gets 3% per annum interest, and anything above the first $250,000 gets you 3.5% per annum interest. So if you want something very fast free and just chuck your money aside for 2.5 to 3.5% per annum interest, SIF Gold Savers account is very suitable for you because no conditions, just put your money there, and if you don't like it, you can just withdraw it anytime you want. So very fast free for banking accounts. Of course, given that it is a relatively unknown bank, I think you might not find too many ATM machines. Also, I think the online banking interface is not that good according to some reviews I read online. So be prepared that this bank account is really something for you to put funds in and then chuck aside for some period of time. Talking about fast free, this is the last call for Weeboo's 5 free shares promo. It's going to end in a few days time, and it gives you 5 free shares for funding in any amount. You don't even have to trade. So sign up with the link below, fund in any amount you wish, and just hold it for 30 days and you will get your 5 free shares worth between 50 to 500 US dollars, and this is as easy a deal as it comes. It is essentially free money. So try out Weeboo today and get yourself 5 free shares. You can also consider Trust Bank, which is giving 1.5% per annum interest, which is rather low, but if you can make 5 transactions on your Trust card, you can actually bump up the figure to 2% per annum interest, and if you're a union member, it becomes 2.5% per annum interest. And the good thing is there's no minimum spend required, you just need to make 5 different transactions. So this account is not entirely fast free because you still need to remember to make those 5 transactions, but it's still an option for those who are willing to take a little bit more work to get higher interest. Also, you might find the Trust Bank sign up promo to be compelling, so look at the description for more details, and thanks for signing up using my link. Now, if you're willing to take a little bit more effort to increase the amount of interest you get from your bank account, you can consider looking for bank accounts that give you higher interest rates on fresh funds. And there are a few bank accounts you can pick from, and the first would be StanChart's eSaver account. StanChart eSaver is giving 3.8% for the months of February as well as March, and they take reference from January, meaning to say if you have $0 in your StanChart accounts in the month of January, you will get 3.8% for any amount you put in the month of February or March. Now, if you have $50,000 already in your StanChart accounts in the month of January, what happens is that only amounts above $50,000 will get the 3.8% per annum promotional rates, and that's why it's called a fresh funds promotion. What happens after March is that StanChart will then publish new rates for the month of April and May, and then they will take March as the reference month. So if you have $100,000 in your bank account as of March 2023, what happens is that This amount will no longer be considered fresh funds in April and May, and therefore will not get the higher amount interest published by the bank. So what happens is that some people have realized that we can play this game of merry-go-round. So you can have another person, maybe in your family, having the eSaver account, and you can then alternate the funds between your name and that person's name, and then get the higher interest. So right now I have my funds in the month of February as well as March, and then what happens is that in April the new rates will come out, and then I'll transfer my funds to my family member's account, and then it will be considered fresh funds for them, and they will continue to earn the high interest rates in the month of April and May. Now this is a little hack that you should do at your own discretion. I'm not aware whether or not it contravenes any of the bank's terms and conditions, so if you lose out on your interest, or if they come after you and close your bank account, right, don't look for me. I'm just sharing what I know and what some people have been doing all these years. Maybank has a similar account called the iSavvy account, and they take January as the reference month, and they are giving the promotional rate for February, March, and April. So you can actually alternate between StanChart eSaver and Maybank iSavvy, so you don't need a family member to help you in this. So yeah, it will be more convenient for those who don't want to trouble their family member or friends, or leave money with them because trust issues. Of course, this is not entirely fast free because it does take some work for you to transfer your funds between accounts at the end of each period, but it is pretty low effort, right? And you get as high as almost 4% per annum interest. So I think it's well worth the effort, given how truly fast free accounts I mentioned earlier only gives you at most 2.5 to 3% per annum interest. The good thing is that they also have very high maximum amounts. StanChart eSaver specifies a limit of $1 million, whereas Maybank iSavvy, I can't really find the maximum amount, but I think it's also around $1 to $2 million. If you know the amount, please let me know in the comments below. The high caps means that those with a lot of cash savings would find eSaver and iSavvy very, very good because of the relatively high interest, and all you have to do is alternate your funds between them. And by the way, if you have that much cash savings, I'm also looking for godparents, so yeah, hit me. HSBC has a similar top-up promo for their HSBC EGA account, and you can get up to 4.7% per annum interest if you're a premier customer, and 4.55% if you're just a normal retail customer. And this again is for fresh funds. So if you top up in the month of March, all your fresh funds will get bonus interest rate for March, April, May, as well as June. This is an excellent rate that beats even fixed deposits where you have to lock your money up, whereas the funds here are free for you to withdraw anytime you wish. And so this is something you might want to consider, and sign up with my link in the description below, and also I will list out any promos if I know of any. And thanks for helping support my channel. You will have to register with the bank, and there's a maximum amount of $2 million. So again, a very suitable bank account for those with high amount of cash savings. Do be aware that bonus interest is credited at a later date before 31st August, so you will not get it every month like most other bank accounts will offer you. So yeah, do take note of that. Do you know of any other fast free accounts that can give you a decent amount of interest, hopefully at least 2.5% and above? Let us know in the comments below. If you like my channel, do subscribe to my Telegram group, and also tap here for a video on fixed deposit rates, and this video which YouTube thinks you will really enjoy. See you in those videos.